Well, it seems you've woken up. Did you enjoy your little nap? You were out for a while. Please, lower your voice. You'll give me a headache. And since you asked so very nicely, you're in my home, about 3 miles from the city. On my couch, if you want to be specific. Well, I originally put you in my bed, but you took your sweet time waking up. And I'm not fond of sleeping on the couch in my own home. Well, that's a bit more of a complex question, I must admit. But to put it simply, I found you in a ditch around a mile from here. Oh, I have no idea why you were there. I just found you. Though, you were drained of blood, and that was pretty interesting, I guess. No, I'm not joking. I do hate to tell you, but I'm not the comedic type. I found you practically dead in a ditch. Drained like a Capri Sun, I may add. That is a good question. You're not alive anymore. At least, not in the traditional sense. I will elaborate, but it requires you to not interrupt me. I am an upir, more commonly known as a vampire. A leech, if you're trying to be offensive. And you're giving me a weird look. My sire did warn me you'd do that. You want to leave? I mean, you're welcome to. But I wouldn't recommend it. Newborn's resistance to the sun. It's not great. You can open the blinds, if you'd like. I'll be fine. But you, on the other hand... And what have we learned? Do you believe me now? Good. I will admit, however, you burn more than most newborns. Ugh, stop whining. You'll heal in an hour or two. You may be newly turned, but you're still a vampire. You'll be fine. You can get up, by the way. What? Do you need me to hold your hand or something? Ugh. Is this what my sire had to deal with when they turned me? You know, you should be grateful. I had every intention of being fledglingless for my entire existence. Then you come along and throw yourself in a ditch and ruin that for me. As you should be. My weekend is ruined. I planned on having a nice dinner in a new restaurant. Now, I'm going to have to add a +1 to my reservation. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I may be a reluctant sire, but I'm not a bad one. Do you expect me to leave you alone in my home? I don't know you. What if you break something? The items in here cost me a lot of money. Look, I know this is probably a scary experience and all, but I'm here, and I'm your new sire. So, whatever. I'll look after you until you get the hang of things. I'm probably the only person you actually know who has a pretty good idea of how you feel right now. Good. I'm glad you've got the gist of the situation. I guess I should ask you how you ended up in a ditch. So, please, do tell me your tale. That's concerning. Do you remember what this vampire looked like? Draining is a pretty serious offence. Most would be exiled from their coven for it. No, it's not a common issue, per se, but it still happens. Usually, it's an overeager new blood, getting in over their head and slurping someone up. However, I doubt that is the case. If you don't remember how they look, that means they compelled you. They were thorough, and old enough to compel you in the first place. Well, it's not the first thing you learn, let's put it that way. I was in my late 50s before I learnt that little trick. Let's not worry about this for now. I will tell my sire of your experience, and he shall inform the other coven heads in the area, and they will deal with the issue. My sire. You'll meet him eventually. He's very into meeting all of the offspring's newborns. He's the doting type. I'm sure he will want to shower you with gifts and have a dinner in your honour. You don't have much of a choice, I'm afraid. It's vampire tradition. I'm sure you're thrilled. Well, seeming as you're stuck here for now, would you like some blood? Something tells me you're going to be quite thirsty after your frankly absurdly long nap. No, of course I don't have someone in my basement. I keep the blood in the refrigerator, like a normal person. You're very dramatic. Come on, I'll show you the way. If you enjoyed today's audio, please subscribe and check out the channel for more audio content. Have a nice day.